Kidde smoke alarm that keeps going off randomly can be annoying, but the first thing you should do is not assume it is a false alarm. Before touching the alarm, check for real smoke, fire, a burning smell, or carbon monoxide danger if you have a combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. If there is any real danger, leave the home immediately and call emergency services. In this video, I will show you how to troubleshoot a Kidde smoke alarm that keeps going off for no clear reason. The cause could be dust or insects inside the sensor area, humidity or steam, cooking fumes, a weak battery, an end-of-life warning, bad placement, a recalled model, or a defective alarm. I will only show you safe steps you can try at home without opening the alarm, messing with wiring, or doing anything risky. Now let's start by understanding the sound first, because every noise from a Kidde smoke alarm does not mean the same thing. If the alarm is making a loud repeating alarm sound, it may be detecting smoke, steam, dust, insects, or something else inside the sensor area. But if it is making a small chirp every 30, 40, or 60 seconds, then the problem is more likely a battery issue, an end-of-life warning, or a sensor fault. This step matters because many people treat every sound the same, but the fix depends on what kind of sound the alarm is making. If you have more than one Kidde alarm in your home, the next thing is to find which alarm started the problem. In some homes, the alarms are interconnected, so one alarm can trigger all the other alarms. This means the alarm making the loudest noise may not always be the real problem. Look for the alarm with the warning light or memory indicator depending on your model. The alarm that shows the trigger is usually the one you need to clean, reset, move, or replace. Once you know there is no emergency, try the test, reset, or hush button. Press the button to silence the alarm if there is no smoke, fire, or carbon monoxide danger. If the alarm is chirping, or if it has alarm memory, you can try holding the button for around 10 to 15 seconds, depending on the model. This step may not fix the real cause, but it can silence the alarm and reset it after you have checked that everything is safe. Now check the battery if your Kidde alarm has a removable battery. Take the alarm down safely, replace the battery with a fresh one, and make sure the battery is seated properly. A weak battery or a loose battery connection can cause random chirping. After you replace the battery, press the test button to make sure the alarm is working properly. Next, clean the alarm sensor area safely. Dust, small insects, and airborne particles can make a smoke alarm think there is smoke. Remove the alarm from its bracket, disconnect power if it is removable, and remove the battery if your model has one. Then clean around the vents using a vacuum or compressed air. Do not spray water, chemicals, or cleaners into the alarm. Do not open the casing or take the alarm apart. After cleaning, reinstall the alarm and test it. Now check if humidity, steam, or cooking fumes are causing the alarm to go off. If the alarm is near a kitchen, bathroom, laundry area, humid basement, vent, fan, or air return, it can go off because of steam, cooking fumes, humidity, or moving air-pushing particles into the sensor. Pay attention to when the alarm goes off. If it happens after showering, cooking, using a humidifier, or during very humid weather, then the location may be the problem. And the next thing to check is the placement of the alarm. A smoke alarm should not be too close to areas where steam, cooking smoke, dust, or strong airflow are common. If the alarm is in a dusty basement area, near a vent, or close to a bathroom or kitchen, false alarms can happen again and again, even after cleaning. If the location is clearly causing the issue, move it to a better approved location according to the Kidde manual, or ask a professional if the alarm is hardwired. Now, check the age and expiration date of the alarm, remove the alarm, and look for the date printed on the back or side. Smoke alarms usually need replacement after their rated life, commonly around 10 years. Some combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarms may have a shorter carbon monoxide sensor life. If the alarm is expired, do not keep resetting it again and again. Replace it. Another important step is to check if your Kidde model is recalled. Look at the model number and date code on the back of the alarm, then compare it with Kidde's product safety notices or CPSC recall pages. Some Kidde models have had recalls in the past, including certain combination and smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, dual sensor smoke alarms, and TrueSense models. If your model is recalled, contact Kidde for the proper replacement process. Do not try to repair the unit yourself. If you have a sealed 10-year battery alarm, do not try to change the battery. These alarms are not made for the battery to be replaced by opening the unit. If it keeps chirping or going off after cleaning and resetting, check the model, date, warranty, and recall status. If it is failing early, contact Kidde support or replace the alarm. If the alarm still keeps going off after all these safe steps, the unit may be defective. At this point, you've already checked safety, reset the alarm, replaced the battery if possible, cleaned it, checked humidity, checked placement, checked the age, and checked recall status. If it still keeps false alarming, do not keep ignoring it. Repeated false alarms can make people ignore a real emergency. If the alarm cannot be trusted, replace it with a reliable smoke alarm that fits your home setup. That's it for this video on how to fix a Kidde smoke alarm that keeps going off. I hope this step-by-step guide helps you find the real cause, whether it is dust, humidity, a weak battery, bad placement, an expired alarm, a recalled model, or a defective unit. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple troubleshooting guides. Have any questions, or did one of these steps work for you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.